All right. You was going to? Yep. All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, glory, and worship unto Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Chakodash, for giving us spirit to do this lesson. Lord, when this lesson is edifying to a member of Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai's elect, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who still rule and teach well, and peace and blessings and safety to the Lord's elect once again. The title of the lesson is Don't Follow WFI and Don't Follow Chief Ephraim. And that's pretty much for the past 24 hours, the Spirit has been, rebuking those guys, mainly WFI, for what, they got into a melee, like a Royal Rumble, an altercation, where they were antagonizing them. They didn't use wisdom. When we're out there, we're commanded to go to the chief place of concourse and the opening of the gates, in the city, which you may say you was in all of those places. Okay, good. But then once you get there and you see that there's a, protest going on, or there's a gay pride parade, or, football game, whatever. If you go to your normal camp spot and you see that something is going on there that's not normally going on, that obstructs you from teaching and edifying, can you get searches where say, let all things be done to edify, or just put all things and then edify, and it should pop up. Because the Lord said, let all things be done unto edifying. So once the situation becomes, well, we're not gonna be able to set up and teach here and edify. Nobody's gonna be able to hear the camera. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna be able to stop and engage and concentrate and have a conversation with us if that was to happen. So we need to just go to another location. So, like the elder from Vegas said, that's a prime example of bad leadership. That's a reflection of leadership, which the leadership over there is young. And then you got the story in First Kings where Solomon's son, he took not the counsel of the elder men, but he took the counsel of the young men. And those are the type of Israelites that get into these altercations, because they also, Watchmen for Israel Orlando, they got arrested like maybe 2 years ago. They got arrested. Remember, it was on video. He got arrested and the cop held him up. And he's still calling for the precept while the cop is pulling him out. And then another thing too with that Watchmen shit, that shit was fishy, man. The whole thing was fishy, man. The Spirit been on ages. Esau is ramping up to the age of activity heavy, man. I'm seeing it on social media. I'm seeing it on YouTube. Why was there drones there? Was those your drones? If those was your drones, why was they there? Was you shooting a music video? How did you get those edits of the drones or the fight? Like, it's like you get that bird's eye view of the pro-Palestinian Black Hebrew Israelite fight. How the fuck is that? Or was that drone a third-party drone that recorded it? But you dropped the tape. See, the shit don't really add up. But I'm not gonna say y'all agents or nothing. We just gonna say y'all didn't use wisdom in that situation. That's right. Because the weapon, you got it, bro. I'm just speaking. I went on a little rant.
This is 1 Corinthians 14:26. How is it then, brethren, when you come together, every one of you have a song, have a doctrine, have a tongue, have a revelation, have an interpretation.
Right, like a unity camp. When you come together, how is it that you come together as a unity camp and every one of y'all got different doctrines? Every one of y'all got different opinions. Every one of y'all break down the mark of the beast a different way. Shalom, y'all been sure shot back to anybody tuning in. That's fishy, man. Like I said, the drones, that was fishy. Because I'm thinking like, okay, I'm watching the footage, but then the footage just switched to drone footage, and they got different angles, and then it'll go back to the Watchmen footage at the same time frame that it was going on. You feel me? So it's almost like it's a movie, like it's going back and forth in real time from the drone footage to the Watchmen footage. I used to do videography and stuff, so I know, like, okay, somebody actually put this together, man. You know what I'm saying?
At a time where, our movement as a whole, whether you have sound doctrine or not, is being tied into, T-E-risk activity, put one or two together. But to finish this verse, it says, let all things be done unto edifying. So we're supposed to be building up the nation of Israel, particularly the elect, through bringing out scriptures and, hearing those scriptures and being doers, not just hearers and, oh, let's go follow a multitude to do evil. Round 2, we pull up boys and justify being a jackass with scriptures.
Right, yeah. Then you got the guy Chief Ephraim, like you mentioned him, talking about you the pull up boys. Where you been at? Pull up. Where you been at? You supposed to be the been out there boys, but y'all gotta pull up whenever something pop off. You know what I'm saying? The pull up, but it's all for clout, man. You know that whole altercation. And see the dude, if you go back and watch the video, the speaker for Watchmen, he was like, yeah, you know, these Palestinians, these heathen, they ain't gonna do nothing. Don't worry about them. They ain't gonna do nothing. And then 5 minutes later, you see him with his head split, blood rushing down his head split. See how the Lord will mock you, man. The Lord will mock you, man. But let me get this precept. It's 1 Corinthians 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
So we are tapped into the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The spirit is going to give you discernment so you know not to do certain things. And if you stay tapped into the flesh, likewise, you're going to do things that the flesh reap, which is death, carnal things.
It said, let me read it again. 2 Corinthians 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Right, we all got fleshly bodies, but we're not succumbing to the things that come to the flesh. We're being made receptive of the Holy Spirit.
And we ain't really what that's saying. We ain't battling. Let me read it again. For though we walk in the flesh, we're in the flesh. We do not war after the flesh. We're not warring other flesh, man. What don't you get? We're not here to pick up weapons and war after other flesh. We in the flesh, but the fight is not a fleshly carnal fight.
It says it in the next verse.
Right. It says in verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. So once you out there and you can't even bring out the scriptures, which is the way that you pull down the strongholds, which is your warfare, and once you're out there and it gets too loud to even read the scriptures or even bring the scriptures out, that's your weapon. So once your weapon is not able to be brought out, that's when you pack up and move. And you damn sure don't go for round 2. Matter of fact, can you get Acts chapter 5? Because Chief Ephraim remind me of what he's doing now, remind me of Acts the 5th chapter, where you had Theudas, I think it's Thaddeus or Theudas, who supposing himself to be somebody, you know, he rallied up a certain number of men, you know, to go fight against the heathen, and they got their ass slaughtered, man. Matter of fact, start up at okay. Yeah, start at 34.
Okay. It's Acts 5 and 34. It says, then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, had a reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space, and said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves.
You go down there to Chicago, 400 Hebrew Israelites, y'all go down to Chicago with Chief Ephraim, some judgment might take place, man. The Lord said, be ye wise as serpents, harmless as doves. A serpent is not trying to go into places where he's outnumbered. You know, matter of fact, that's one of the things that I think it says just there be 9 things which I fear. One of the things is the anger of a multitude of a city. That's in the book of Sirach. So why would you try to come against the anger of a multitude of a city? That's not wisdom, man. There's no way you slice and cut it to say you could justify what y'all did. Once you seen what was going on there, you should have packed up and left. Go ahead,
It says about 400 joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
Read it again.
It's Acts 5 and 36. It says, for before these days rose up Theudas, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who was slain, and all as many as obeyed him were scattered and brought to naught.
Right. Keep going.
After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him,
right? Because he was trying to come against the Romans for taxing them. Got it.
He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed.
You see, so people gonna follow these guys, you know, going into the battleground. That's not the battleground though. We're not even at that time yet. The Lord said the enemy shall come in like a flood. Okay, the enemy's going to invade. All hell ain't broke loose yet, man. You stop trying to see. That's the thing with these other camps. They want the prophecies to come now. That was Judas Iscariot's problem. Judas Iscariot wanted he tried to force the hand of Yahushua because he thought Yahushua was gonna rise up and fight. He didn't know Yahushua was gonna lay down his life. He really didn't want to kill the Lord. He was trying to forward the prophecies and get the kingdom here. You see? So that's what these guys is doing. It's like they trying to, you know, start the race wars already, and you know, like, bro, it's not there. And the reason why they trying to do that is because they don't want the mark of the beast to come. They know it's coming. They don't want that to be made mandatory first. You know, if Jacob's trouble come before the mark, then they can say, oh, you know. But it's like that was it on that. Search real quick. Baba Kashad, search multitude and city, and it should be in Sirach. Because those, like I said, you was outnumbered. This is Matthew. Is that Matthew 10?
I found it. This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 26 and 5. It says, there be three things that my heart feareth, and for the fourth I was so afraid. The slander of a city.
The slander of a city. That's what y'all was up against. You was up against the slander of the whole damn, however many thousands or hundreds of Palestinians was out there. Y'all was up against them. You put a lot of your men in danger. You know, the Lord said don't tempt them. Even when Yahushua was in situations where the people didn't have an angry spirit towards him, they had a loving and almost like a celebrity type of spirit towards him, and he still withdrew himself. Because he didn't want to be around all them people, all that, you know, people throwing at him and grabbing him, and, you know, Yahushua, they wanted to make him king. He said, I'm out of here. If them heathen wanted to make you guys or Chief Ephraim and Watchmen, if they wanted to make y'all kings, y'all would do it. Y'all would say, kiss my feet. Kiss my feet.
That's right. It says, and for the fourth, I was so afraid. The slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation.
You see? So those are three things that, because those things cause death. Okay, the slander of a city. It says, what was the second one?
The gathering together of an unruly multitude.
That's what y'all was up against. The gathering together of an unruly multitude. A wise man, Sirach, said he was fearful of that. He was fearful. Matter of fact, because it says that, the elder in Vegas, finish it out, and then I got another precept, Lord willing.
Time. Finishing out Sirach 26 and 5, it says, all these are worse than death.
All these are worse than death, because that brings death. False accusations, especially in the ancient world, you get stoned. And then they worry about it tomorrow. They might get the real details tomorrow. Oh, damn, we shouldn't stone them. Oh, damn. You know?
Oh, well. Type
in without counsel. Because it said those things a wise man is fearful of. Okay? The angry multitude. And I saw the fear in those brothers' eyes. You know what I'm saying? They were scared, bro. Especially the brother who got his head split and was bleeding. You know what I'm saying? They was, you know how when you charged up, you know, you kind of like got that shaky feeling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, but the Lord put y'all through that. And we ain't never condemn nobody though. That's the thing. We just tell, look, man, you gotta start using wisdom. That wasn't wise. You literally got the ministry blamed. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, it said that's it. 32. It's right, 32.
This is Sirach 32 and 18. A man of counsel will be considered.
A man of counsel will be considered. What do counsel mean? It's like advice, right?
But a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear.
A strange and proud man, there's a lot of pride in the nation of Israel, is not daunted with fear. There's no fear in him. See, the Lord said, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of peace and a sound mind. That don't mean you're never going to be scared. You know what I'm saying? Jake think that means you're never going to be scared. You're never going to fear anything, because that's not true. How shall fear? So that don't mean you're never going to fear. There's time when you should be, oh, shit, man, we got to get out of here, brothers. Pack it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you might stand your ground, let them know, look, this, hey, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But we packing up. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's wisdom. Oh, it says, let me get another precept. It's Proverbs.
You need a light?
Yeah, about probably could have pulled in my driveway. Proverbs 20. You know, where it say a prudent man.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to find it real quick.
Come on, let me go back to that. It say a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
22:3.
This is Proverbs 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. You see, so you got to be prudent. You got to be able, which prudent means you have foresight for the future. You have knowledge and foresight for the future to apply that future tense. You know what I'm saying? The things you're doing now because you know what's going to happen in the future. That's prudence, you know? So you should be able to foresee the evil. Oh, man, look, if you knew the process was going to be going, you should have went there. I ain't going to be the dead horse. But you know what I'm saying?
But this is Sirach, what was that, 32?
32:18.
Sirach 32:18. A man of counsel be considerate, but a strange and proud man is not daunted with fear, even when of himself he have done without counsel.
You see? So you guys, you really went out there without counsel, because that's not what the Lord told us to do. Can you go to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves? Actually, before you get that, can you search shake the dust? Because I'm about to forget that one. Shake the dust. See, and that's another. You supposed to shake the dust. This nigga calling for round 2. What the fuck?
You're inviting trouble.
Right, you are, and that's what we say. Asian activity is high, man. It's high, and if you ain't got the spiritual discernment to see that these guys ain't right and they not operating in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, then you not right.
Right, and like Job 28 says, to depart from evil, that's understanding. So why would you go into a situation knowing that it's a multitude of people who oppose your purpose? That makes no sense.
Right, because you out there to fish for the elect. You know, you out there to fish for the elect. You're not out there to convert scoffers into believers. You in front of a crowd of scoffers, and you trying to convince me that you wasn't going off. You got it out.
Man, I got one of Mark 6:11. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear you when you depart thence, shake off the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. So if they don't hear what you got to say and receive it with meekness and gladness, like the scriptures say, then you depart and you don't go back. Just like downtown, we used to prophesy there all the time. We encounter all types of spirits. Once it became completely unfruitful and there's no point, the spirit led us to move to another location. We shook the dust of that place. It says,
we ain't asking around too. when we stopped going out, we stopped camping at nighttime because they shot us up with paintball guns. You know, so we shook the dust. We ain't say round 2 next Saturday. Fuck them niggas. We're going back. You ain't pushing me off the block. That's carnal.
Paintball
you don't own, right?
Shit. So
this is our location. This is a good spot. This is a lot of traffic. None of all that's carnal. The Lord direct the footsteps anyway.
That's right.
Got it.
It says, verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Right.
That's the spirit, because and for that same account in Matthew, the next verse is talking about being wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So, go to that right there. Go to the one in Mark, and what the previous verses say.
This is Mark 6:10. He said.
Okay, go to the one in Matthew, Bubba. Sure. It's Matthew 10 and 14.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you.
Start at yeah, this is beautiful. Start at because this is what's called the Great Commission. I mean, how shall I send his disciples forth and telling them to do what they had, teach the word, go not into the way of the Gentiles, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Start at 5?
No, you can start at 10.
Okay.
11, Salaki.
Matthew 10 and 11. And into whatsoever city or town you shall enter, inquire who in it is worthy. Inquire who in it is worthy. Salaki. and there abide till you go thence.
So you're supposed to see who's worthy. Like I say in Second Edges, teach these to the wise of the people, whom thou knowest may be able to comprehend these secrets. You ain't just supposed to be out there trying, like I said, casting your pearls before swine. Okay, you keep going.
Verse 12, and when you come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet.
Right, go ahead.
Verily I say unto you,
because like I said in Mark, for a testimony against them. You see, if you really wanted the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to work against your enemies that just came up against you, that just hit you upside the head with a Palestinian flag. But see, that's why our apostles tell us not to even go out there with staffs, because the staff is a weapon. You know, we got one brother got a staff, but he needs a staff to support him, to support his staff for what it's used for. You know, but if you don't really need a staff to walk, then the elders advise not to even bring a staff, because that's a weapon. You saw them out there, and Watchmen, from the video I saw, y'all swung first. Y'all, I don't know if they came over there and threw something at y'all, but y'all, even if they did come throw something in there and walk away, you shouldn't have chased after them. You're not supposed to, leave your post. Y'all went out into the street. One dude was, he wanted to fight so bad. You saw it, bro?
No, I ain't see that.
Oh man,
I gotta watch the whole
man,
thing.
it's a drone. They got drone footage. Who had the drone? We want to know where the drones came from. Why was the drone so conveniently set up? Got it though.
Verse 15. It says, "Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city."
Right. So, like I was gonna say, if you really wanted the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua to work, you would shake off the dust and say curses and understand that the Lord gonna, whichever individual was swinging on y'all, the Lord gonna judge each and every one of them. Shake the dust. That's a testimony against them for the angels. But round 2. Go to Baba Kashai. Keep reading, because like I said, it's going to see Yahweh Shah said, look, if the city don't accept you, shake the dust. And then he said, because the reason why I'm saying all this is because you got to be wise as serpents. You got to be harmless as doves. You can't be going to places where they don't accept you and then keep going back and teaching. That's not wise, because eventually you're going to be into a fight. You're not going to be able to be harmless as a dove.
And he said, if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight. We're not in the time to be fighting right now.
Go to that. You got to get that one. God. Yeah, how was I say? If this were my kingdom, I had to change the title of the video. If this were my kingdom, my servants would fight. We ain't there yet, bro. Just wait a second. They say, oh, that's another one. Therefore, wait ye upon me.
Yeah,
you got it.
Right. This is John chapter 18 and verse 35. Says, Pilate answered, am I a Jew? Thy own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence. So right now, Esau is ruling. The same nation that pierced him is ruling right now, fulfilling that prophecy in Revelation. So when Yahushua comes back, that's who he's gonna kill. So until that point, we are supposed to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. We're supposed to render unto Caesar what is Caesar. We're supposed to endure this captivity so Yahushua can redeem us. We're not gonna use carnal means to get us out of situations. We're gonna rely on faith. And Micah 7:9, if some bullshit come our way, some bullshit come our way. That's just what it is.
Right. It said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord. Micah 7:9, like you said. I will bear the indignation of the Lord. Matter of fact, go back to that Acts 5. Was that it on that?
Yeah.
Because Yahushua did say, if this is my kingdom, my servants will fight, man.
Right. And we're not at that point yet. Yahweh Shem Yahushua said he's going to make us battle axes of war. Right. Then we're going to know there's certain things we're going to do.
You're going to feel that charge up, man.
Right.
Then you're going to know when it's go time. Trust me. The elect going to know when it's go time. Acts 5. But if you follow Watchmen and you follow Chief Ephraim, you're not a part of the elect. That's why we're doing this video. So if you follow them, you'll get away from them, and then maybe you might be of the elect. Got it.
But you wanted to go to Acts 5?
Yeah, go to verse 40 now.
Right, you want to go to 39?
Yeah, come on.
All right, Acts 5:39 says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. Lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.
Keep going.
And to him they agreed, And when they had called the apostles and beaten them,
and did what?
And beaten them.
It don't. The scripture don't indicate the apostles fought back. The apostles, you know, throwing hitting people with staves and shit. It don't indicate the apostles did that. Matter of fact, when the disciple Peter got physical, Yahweh shot pretty much reversed whatever affliction he did. He healed the servant's ear. Yeah. Then he told him to disarm yourself. Put your sword back. Yeah. Right, which basically means disarm yourself. Drop the weapon. Drop the weapon. No, don't pick it up and swing it. Drop the weapon. That's what Yahweh Shah said, man.
You know, if I can add, we coming in the stead of Yahweh Shah, who was silent before his shears. You know, he was that lamb that died, the perfect sacrifice. So if he's not fighting, and he said, you know, we about to do this work, we bend people to the marriage, we got to do it the same way he did, not to the same extent, because we're not Yahweh Shah. He was the only person or entity that could be perfect in this flesh. But he laid down the foundation. He gave us the blueprint of how we're supposed to teach and how we're supposed to edify the elect.
How we supposed to lay down our life? Like you said, he didn't put up a fight. As a sheep before shears, he was dumb. He said he opened not his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was innocent. You know, so that's how the elect is gonna go into that martyrdom. You know, because the elect, the ones that are destined to be martyrs, they have to drink of that cup. You see, you guys is like you're not trying to drink of whatever cup. You know, you trying to force the cup. But you got it out.
Acts 5:40, it says, and to him they agreed, and when they had called the apostles and beaten them, they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahweh Shai, and let them go.
Yeah. So they commanded that they should not speak in the name of Yahweh Shai. Keep going.
And they departed from
showing you the importance of the name.
And they departed from the presence of the council.
Matter of fact, IUIC, they said they had a meeting. I don't know if he was an ex-member or something, but the information came out that IUIC had a meeting, top guys, and they all agreed that they was not going to use Yahweh and Yahweh Shai no more. So that's the spirits coming back. Okay.
Verse 41, and they departed from the presence of the council, rejoicing that they were counted worthy to suffer shame for his name.
They were rejoicing that they was worthy to get their ass whooped. Not that they, the scripture don't say the disciples won that fight. It said that they got beat. They was beaten. They got punished. They was persecuted. You want to say something?
Yeah, Khan, that's applying wisdom. We bring out Sirach all the time. When we brought to a lower state, you know, things that seem adverse or, you know, against what we consider success, you know, those things we're supposed to count cheerful. We're supposed to be joyful in afflictions and certain things, because that means the Lord deals with us. It says in Hebrews that, you know, he chastens those that he loves, roughly paraphrasing. So we coming in that same stead spiritually. Defamation of character, they calling us rapists, child, you know, molesters and shit like that. But, you know, these are all things that we take cheerfully, knowing that the scriptures say that blessed are men when they revile you. Matthew 5:11, Luke 6:20. You know, blessed are they that, you know, that hate you, even though you're doing the work of the Lord. So, you got it out.
Yep, this is Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So you gotta wait on Yahweh Ba'Shem and Yahweh Shai, man. We gotta wait on Yahweh Ba'Shem and Yahweh Shai, and we are waiting on Yahweh Ba'Shem and Yahweh Shai, because the Lord said his determination is to gather the nations. The Lord ain't dealing with a block. The Lord ain't dealing with a group of protesters. The Lord gathering the nations so he could pour upon them his anger, not your anger, his anger. You know, and the scriptures do say Israel's going to do according to his anger. But like we said, we ain't at that time, man. We're not at that time. You know, can you get Matthew, the blind lead the blind? Okay. Because if you going down there for round 2 Saturday, following after Chief Ephraim, then you're going to fall into a ditch, man. We can close with that one. You know, when we say don't follow these guys, we mean don't watch their videos, don't follow their examples, okay? How they teach and all of that, because they're going off.
Can I start at 13?
Yeah, wherever you want to start.
In Matthew 15:13 says, but he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone.
Yeah, now you, like, what if how many of your men got arrested? Hopefully none of them got arrested. If they got arrested, that's bail, that's money. You know, one guy got like I said, he was bleeding on the video. I don't know if he had to get stitches. They said that one person was put into an ambulance, you know, and we got drone footage of it all. We got bird's eye footage of it all, professional editing and all that, man.
That's fishy. I ain't seen it in depth, but the videos I seen, you know, where brothers was going in on it, elders going in on it, it just looked like complete and utter chaos. Like
It was.
I was watching glimpses of it at work, and I was like, when I get off, Lord willing, I'm gonna do a lesson. But this is just madness. It's like your brother said. I think of Romans 8, you know, because when you do things that are carnal, what else do you expect? But this is Matthew 15:14. It says, "Let them alone; they be blind, leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch." So we got the spiritual eyesight. Lord willing, we be a part of those men, number of the elect. So we're not going to lead our congregation to do carnal things. So if you're following Chief Ephraim and, you know, all those other men, watchmen for Israel, they're blind because they can't see the light that comes via the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. If you was reading the same scriptures as we was reading, you would have think, okay.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Like you said, I got this quick precept, and then you got it right back. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be.
Yeah, so when you reap things of the flesh, when you do things of the flesh, that's exactly what you reap. You reap what you sow. And being enmity is completely adverse to the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But, you know, those type of men, like I read in verse 13, if they don't repent and if they not of the elect, they're going to be rooted up. And eventually they're going to be destroyed by the thermonuclear fire.
Right, because, see, if this was the Middle East, they would have been dead. If this was the complete fulfillment of 2nd Ezra 15, one people shall stand to fight against another with swords in their hand, they would have been dead. You know what I'm saying? Like you just better be glad all they had was Palestinian flags. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua didn't want to bring judgment, because the Lord been bringing judgment on the house of Israel starting already this week. So it wasn't wise for y'all to go out there. It's definitely not wise to go for a freaking round 2. You're supposed to shake the dust like we read, you know. So if you trying to go back for round 2, you might get got. You might be back in the spirit world. That's how you supposed to fear the Lord, man. We read in Sirach. One of the things you should fear is the multitude, an angry multitude of a city. That's one of the things that a wise man would fear. You got it?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Or it's like if you had a precept, you can read it.
Come on, I'll grab it real quick. It's all right, 32. And I was 18. No, I wasn't it.
I think it was 26 and
26 and like
4 maybe.
Yep, 26 and 5. There be 3 things that my heart feared.
There be 3 things. This is a rat. Wise man.
And for the 4th, I was sore afraid. The slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation.
Right. And like I said, you saw them brothers, they were shaking. Because that's the fearful thing, man. That's why you should have packed up, you know. That's why you shouldn't be following these groups, you know. Because the leader is a novice.
Yep. And all these are worse than death.
And all those are worse than death. Now you can, whatever precept you had, Baba Kashad, then we'll close.
I found one in Proverbs. Well, I can find it real quick and then close.
I'm going to read this again. This is Romans chapter 8, verse. I'm going to start at 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Right. So you should have been, in your mind, you should have been you should have been thinking about, it's demons coming. Let's pack up, brothers. You should have a spiritual eye to not see people. You don't see angry heathen who you need to cuss out and belittle. You should see, okay, look, this is dangerous. My men could be in danger. You know what I'm saying? There's no edification that's going to come out of this. The scriptures is not going to be brought out. You know what I'm saying? Which is our weapon, you see? So if nobody can hear our weapon, then we might as well pack up and go. Got it out.
This is Proverbs chapter 15, and I'll start at 21. Folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. So folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom. Destitute means deprived of, extremely, lacking. But a man of understanding walketh uprightly. It says Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. Going to plain, it means morally upright. So we abiding by the fruits of the spirit. Verse 22, without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. So, like another scripture I'm thinking of is Sirach. It's not wise to do certain things without counsel. You know what I'm saying? And him being a leader, advising people to go off, that should instantly bring on something in your head.
He's supposed to be a damn elder, Chief Ephraim, the man who called it for round 2. But like Elder Apostle Tar said, priest Naquan supposed to follow Priest Zabak. And Priest Zabak would have never did no stuff like that. You went and y'all was throwing water bottles. Y'all was acting like them. I was acting exactly like them. Literally. You know what I'm saying? And then that make y'all look like y'all sticking up for the small hats. What are y'all even doing out there coming up against them for? You should be protesting with them.
Yeah.
They want the small hats out the land just as much as you do. Since niggas like to march and protest and chant, you should have just joined them because y'all was acting the exact same way.
Yeah, that's why that if nothing fruitful's coming out of that, and they're gonna be brought to naught, and they're gonna continue to be brought to naught and exposed for not having the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, because the Lord, the elect have to be able to discern who to follow and who not to. So these things, if you look at this thing like entertainment, then you think this is just Hebrew Israelite reality, another Hebrew Israelite reality episode. This week it's the Watchmen Chicago thing, and then next week it'll be round 2, and then the week after that it'll be something else. But really, why this is going on is so that the elect can discern who to follow. These type of events and controversies is not for nothing, man. Just so that you can see who has the 100% truth, because it's out here. But that's pretty much it. So Lord, we're gonna give all praise out and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakodash.
Give them the spirit to do this lesson. Hope pray this lesson was edifying to remember the Lord's elect. Shalom.
Shalom.